Mix 94.7 KMCH. Well, good morning once again. Welcome to our guest of the day segment. We have with us today Melissa O'Rourke with ISU Extension and Outreach. Going to be talking about expanding farm horizons, early career and beginning farmer resources and strategies. Melissa, been a while. Thanks for coming.
It's been a while, and you sure ordered some chilly weather for my trip to Manchester today.
I tried extending what we had last week into this week, but I think we've kind of wore out our welcome.
Yeah, you didn't get her done, Mike.
So you have some opportunities for beginning farmers right here in Northeast Iowa. Can you tell us about that?
That's right. Well, as a lot of your listeners probably farmers, the average age of farmers now is around 60 years old, and it's trending upward. But, we're trying to do something to deal with that as we have people that want to move into production agriculture. It's our job to, and our desire, our mission to support farmers at any age, any stage in their farming career.
And I would assume, is it difficult for people to get into farming?
Well, yes, it is. It depends on everybody's situation is different, but there are barriers, and sometimes they're perceived barriers, but also real barriers, access to land, access to capital, funding, things like that. And but there are tools, there are things that people can do to try to work through those barriers. And we're here to help inform people and get folks educated about that.
And what can be done about those barriers?
Well, as I said, what we're doing is putting on this workshop. It's a 2-session workshop, and we're bringing in the resources, helping people have a better understanding of if you're needing more access to land, either to buy or to lease, what kinds of things can you do? If capital and, money is just kind of this thing we have to do whatever we want to do. If that's your issue, there are resources and programs out there that can help people who are in those beginning or early career stages of farming. So we're having a 2-session workshop here in Delaware County.
So when's this going to be happening?
All right, it's coming right up. The program, and I have a flyer here that's floating around Manchester. It's coming up this Thursday night is the first session, and then the second session will be the following Thursday night. So this Thursday night, December 9th, here at the Delaware County Extension Office, which, is up on North Franklin by the Casey's. So it's easy to find. Place starting at 5:30 p.m. We have a light supper. So people can just come on up and grab something to eat. And then we start our programming at 6 o'clock. It's just 6 to 8 o'clock, and get folks home and get them ready for their next day.
There you go. So what are people going to learn at this program?
Well, we are cramming a lot into these 2 sessions. One thing that over the years I've had so many questions about when people are trying to get into production agriculture is, how do I tell my story? So we'll spend some time on what I call building your farm resume. A lot of times people don't give themselves credit for the things that they've done. And farming, like a lot of other careers, you need to keep track of what you've done, how to build that resume, how to access land, how to talk to landowners, and give them the idea that you might be the kind of person that they would want to give access to their land through a rental agreement, a crop share agreement, a purchase, something like that. Taking inventory of what the assets are that you already have. We're bringing in some other presenters too. We're bringing in a specialist from the Iowa Ag Development Authority who's going to talk about beginning farmer tax credit and loan participation programs. We're bringing in somebody from the USDA to talk about the Farm Service Agency, the federal beginning farmer programs. We're bringing in someone who's in ag banking, ag lending, to talk about how do you analyze your farm financial situation if you're trying to expand an area of farming. I mean, this can be for people as well who are already in production agriculture, but they're looking at wanting to expand an area, bring in a new operation. Sometimes there are some kinds of niche farming, people who are doing some kind of farm to fork local foods, which could be in livestock production, vegetables, fruits, things like that. So just a wide range of things. We're going to talk a little bit about family dynamics and how, if you're in a situation where maybe there's, hopefully some kind of transition going on and you're hoping to move in further into that family operation, how do you talk in the family about it? What kind of resources and tools should you be thinking about and using, taking advantage of?
We're talking to Melissa O'Rourke from ISU Extension and Outreach about early career of beginning farmer strategies. And you hit on a couple of things there. There's a lot of resources out there. And, you mentioned the family dynamics, which is, especially in that career, is a huge thing to make sure that everything's in place.
Right. Very, very, very important. And just the idea, so many times there are things that people just don't talk about, or they'll say to somebody in the family, oh, don't worry about it. Everything will work out. Well, that oftentimes doesn't give people the confidence they need. And sometimes we need to have those conversations, maybe put things in writing and say, how are we going to move forward through the next generation and beyond?
Exactly. So is there a fee, and do people need to get registered ahead of time, or?
Well, because of some grant funding, there is no fee. So that's kind of good news. But to get registered, and because of the food, the materials that we're going to have, we do want people to register for that program. I just recommend that they call up to Delaware County Extension, and that number is 563-927-4201. Again, that's 927-4201 here in Manchester. Or they can go to the ISU Extension and Outreach, the Delaware County Facebook page. There's a link there. People can just go to that link and register. I do want to mention, in case there's somebody listening who can't make it this Thursday, the 9th, and the following Thursday, the 16th, here in Delaware County, we are doing the same program over in Clayton County in Alcater.
Okay.
And that's going to be December 13th and 20th. Those dates work better, and you can come up to Alcater, give the Clayton County Extension Office a call. So just want people to be aware of that.
Right. Now, you covered quite a bit of ground and all the things, the topics and everything. Can people maybe get a hold of you if they'd like a little more information?
Absolutely. And again, my name, Melissa O'Rourke. I'm easy to find on ISU's Ag Decision Maker website. My email is MOROURKE@iastate.edu, or you can call, I'm housed up at the Winneshiek County Extension Office. I can be reached there, but a lot of different ways to reach me. And for those folks here in Delaware County, just call your Delaware County ISU Extension Office, and they're going to get you all signed up and ready to go on Thursday night.
All right. Melissa O'Rourke with us from ISU Extension and Outreach, expanding horizons, early career, beginning farmer strategies. A lot of great information about your new career in farming.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike. Good to be with you.
You bet. Well, thank you so much for me today, Melissa, and our guest of the day segment being brought to you by Bill Thomas Farm Bureau.